So for those of you who weren't at the meeting here on August 31st, I just wanted to go over some of the things we talked about. The first one here is the point system worldwide. This is what me and Damien are calling it. We're going to go over why. It's the symbol of the team values, rewards, and the recognition, pretty much all related to this point system, why we're incorporating it. Why I would say is we wanted to come up with something to help you as the employee improve your performance and also give you a reason to improve your performance. We came up with a symbol of team values. You'll see in each of your bags that you got a silver ring. The silver ring represents you as an individual agreeing to adhere to the 4 team values that you came up with at our last meeting. That was honesty, being loyal to each other, communicating with each other, and then having a civil relationship with each other. With that comes our rewards program. With our rewards, you'll be able to upgrade your ring, but you'll also be able to be entitled to a monetary incentive or we're going to say a lucrative prize. I'll go over the rewards a little bit later, but the last thing here is recognition. We want to talk about giving the employees who work hard the proper recognition that they deserve. Right now, we've just been kind of operating as this is your job, you're getting paid to do your job. We want to make sure that we have employees wanting to improve themselves, but also being recognized for that improvement. So every month we have this point system designed to give the employee of the month the recognition on crew. Also, they can hold the standard as that employee for that next month. As far as our point system works, this is the breakdown here. I'm just going to go right through it all here. The punctuality here is if you have a perfect attendance, you can get a maximum of 3 points. This is the most points you can ever get in one subject here. So if you are on time every single day, is definitely going to benefit you the most when it comes to the overall points. If you're late under 10% of the time, we understand some things happen, so we're not willing to penalize you. We're actually going to give you a point. If you are late more than 20% of the time, though, we are going to dock you 1 point, and if you are continuously late more than 50% of the time, we are going to dock you 2 points. As far as black card percentage goes, so based on the number of signups you have for the month, if you can get 70% black card memberships, we're going to give you plus 1 point. Overall, as a club, we have about 73% out of 6,000 members, so we want to continue to maintain that 70% average. If you have under 50% black card, we are going to dock you a point. You should be able to sell a black card. Not saying that you need to force people into black cards, but it is really the best deal for an extra $10 a month. If you are in between those areas, we're not going to dock you any points. We're just going to simply ask you to improve a little bit more on your next month. Signups. So to start off, me and Damien decided that we would take the last 3 months of signups that you had. This is in regards to you choosing the salesperson in the iPad or putting your salesperson name on the computer, and we came up with the average for you. So for this month of August, we used the average from May, June, and July to give you a total here on the right where it says goal. So, for example, Angel had to meet a quota of 15 signups for this month to get her full 1 extra point here under signups. If she were to exceed that and achieve 20% more than what her goal was, she would get plus 2 points, and here 40% to get plus 3 points. If she were to get less than 10%, we might be actually changing this to 25%. She will lose 1 point, because the idea is we want to maintain the standards of signing people up in regards to how many cancellations we have as well. So with that being said, we want to make sure that you start as an individual, are putting your name as a salesperson on the iPad or the computer. Obviously, these numbers that we recorded, we ran a report, and these numbers for your goal on the side of the graph here were based from that report on you putting the salesperson in. So these numbers are very low considering what you're going to need for this next month in September. Plan of Triumphs is another huge one here. As you know, we're pretty low right now as Huber Heights within our, well, I'll say a district, maybe not our franchise. We're not super low, but we're making it a goal here that you can achieve 90% of the people you sign up here in the club, you should be able to get in Planet of Triumphs. Again, we've talked about incorporating this into the pitch after you get someone signed up and give them their barcode. You just let them know that there's one extra step, and that's to get them signed up for Planet of Triumphs. Let them know that there's free stuff just for posting things, and we do it so you can elevate other people's posts, share about their stories. It really is a neat community for our Planet Fitness members. Here, if you get under 50% Planet of Triumphs, we do want to penalize you because you should be getting Planet of Triumphs people in the system. If you get in between, we're giving you 0 points, so no +1, no -1, but we do want to see you achieve that 90%. Review. So if you are able to get a formal review with your name written in it, we will give you +1 point for every review. If you can get a review with 2 people's names in it, so you have 2 people on your shift, you can both get a point through there. This is to encourage our franchise and encourage our club alone to be #1 club in the franchise. We want to make sure we're getting the most attention we can because you guys are all awesome, and I want to make sure our franchise knows that as well. Design your own programs. This is where we really want to help out Nick. DYOP stands for Design Your Own Program. If you are able to get 50% of the people you sign up for a membership into a Design Your Own Program class, we're going to give you a point here. If you get absolutely 0%, we're not going to give you any points, unfortunately. Now with Planet of Triumphs and the Design Your Own Program, we came up with a sheet. It'll be located in your package, you'll see it, where if you sign up a member for Planet of Triumphs or a Design Your Own Program class, you're going to write their name down, circle if they signed up in Planet of Triumphs, and then circle if they signed up for a design program, a muscle group, or a 360. This is going to help us track it for the end of the month here, and we're going to do this daily. Tour quality. Every month this is going to be accountable for me and Damien to do. We are going to schedule a time, day and time of the month to do a tour with you. If you score over 80%, you are going to get +1 point. If you score under 60%, you are going to lose 2 points. We want to make sure our tours are consistent between all our staff here. If you are under 60%, it just means you have probably not read the script or paid much attention to the proper verbiage when approaching each station of the gym. Dress code. This is another big one we want to mention to you guys. If you are caught wearing anything other than Planet Fitness staff gear or caught with your cell phone out, you are going to lose half a point. You can lose up to a maximum of 3 points. This can really add up if we catch you on the cameras. We're going to be watching the cameras, especially for people we aren't, me or Damien aren't working on shift with. As for staff, we do have a trainer point system as well. We want to make sure the trainer has an opportunity to win the Employee of the Month. So for Nick here, you can see muscle group classes, design classes, 360 class, and punctuality. All the classes, you can see if he's able to exceed his percentage by 20, he's going to get +2 points. By 10%, 1 point. If he's under 10%, he's going to lose a point. So it can be very difficult for him to retain members. But that's our job as well, to get people signed up for his design class so he can get people retained and help get his numbers up. We want to make sure Nick is starting to do very well within our franchise. Same thing with the dress code for Nick. If he'll lose half a point for every offense, and also if he can get a review, he'll get +1 point as well for each one. We also have a cleaner point system for Ray. We want to make sure he's not feeling left out as well. He is going to have the same punctuality point system that you guys have. He's also going to start out at 7 points, and then me and Damien are going to be monitoring his cleaning, where he will lose half a point for any cleaning offense that we deem as a necessary offense. This could be throwing pennies on the ground, but we would notify him that we've left 4 pennies on his cleaning thing, and then we would dock him for each penny that he couldn't find. Same thing with Ray. If he can get a review done with some of the overnight people who watch him, or even during the day, we'll give him +1 point for every single review he can get. Now this is overall what I'm going to be looking at and where I'm going to be inputting the numbers. We'll look at Angel here first. So you can see, oh, sorry about that. You can see Angel had 15 signups. 10 of those signups were black cards. 14 of those were Planet of Triumphs, and I'm looking at the top here of the graph. And then the attendance is 94. So she was on time 94% of the time. She got 8 Design Your Own Programs. Her tour quality was 85%, and she had 5 infractions when it came to her dress code. Unfortunately, she did not have any formal reviews come in. So with that being said, looking at the bottom part now of the table, underneath, you can see Angel received 1 point for getting 15 signups. Her goal, as we'll show you later on, was 15 signups. Excuse me. The black card, she didn't quite achieve her 70% black card, so she didn't get any points there, but she didn't get -1 because she wasn't under 50%. Planet of Triumphs, she did get a point there because she did achieve over 90% of those. Attendance, she got 1 point for being late only 10% of the time. Design programs, she did get a point for getting 8 design your own programs. That's above 50% of what her quota is. And then her tour, she did get a point for getting above an 80%. Dress code, you can see here, she lost 2.5 points, and no reviews, which totaled her to 2.5 points. And now that's all going to reflect over onto these, which we are going to give you every month. So here you have your name at the top, your score for each subject, so signups, black card percentage, what she needed for that month. So she needed 15 signups, she needed 70%, 90% Planet of Triumphs, etc. And then you can see what she acquired for the month. So she had 15 signups, she only got 67% of her black card, 93% of her Planet of Triumphs, 94 attendance, 53% of her design programs, her tour was 85, and then 3 infractions for the dress code. Now, down here you can see your goals. So these are your goals for the next month. So you can see her signups are 12 now. So compared to her overall goal, if she had 9, she needed 9 signups, she got 15. We're going to take the average from the previous number plus what she currently received, and then we're going to divide it by 2. So next month she's only going to need 12 signups, and then based on that, her black card percentage, she's going to need, we're always going to round up the number, so you see where it says 8.4 under black card percentage, she would actually need 9 black card members to get the full point for that. Same with Planet of Triumphs, always round up if there's any decimal associated with it. Like I said, we want you guys to be encouraged about this. We're hoping all of you enjoy a reward system like this. Me and Damien invested a lot of time, and we invested some money into this as well. So we'd ask that you don't lose your ring. With the rewards, how it's going to work is if you win Employee of the Month, you will be entitled to a monetary reward. Let's say a $25 gift card is what we're starting out with. If you want to cash that in right away, you can do so, or if you want to hold on to it, not cash it in, but cash it in later for something maybe a little bigger, an item, we'll do that, but you have to win Employee of the Month again. Also, with winning Employee of the Month, you are going to upgrade your ring. So instead of having a silver plain ring, you're going to upgrade it to a ring with a black line signifying that you've achieved, we'll say, level 2 of representing your team values. And then also you're going to have a third ring, which is gold, silver, and black, representing the level 3. You've been able to achieve the team values and perform your duties as a member service representative at Planet Fitness. This here's a cleaning list that Damien came up with. I'm actually very excited to try it out for these next few weeks here. You can see here he split it up into zones, and he also made it more of a team effort rather than an individual assignment. So for example, zone 1 up here is responsible for the 6 to 2 shift and the 9 to 3. Together they are responsible for, it looks like, all the cardio equipment. Once you get that done, you're going to initial your name. There's a spot here for notes for when me and Damien are doing our walk around in the morning. Anything extra we need touched up, that will be your responsibility in that zone. Same thing for zone 2. We have the general manager, the assistant manager, and the 2 to 10. So we're responsible for, looks like, most of the strength stuff. Same thing with the notes and initialing once we've completed. This goes all the way down for zone 3 and zone 4. We've also left 2 tables on the right here, one for walkarounds. Damien did edit this, so it will say walkarounds at the top here. So you put the time you did the walkaround initial, and then any extras that me and Damien deemed to be necessary as well. If you guys have any questions about this, please send me a message on Crew or send me a text or give me a call. I'd be happy to explain more in detail if you want. If there's anything you think might need changed, let me know as well. If you think something's not fair, we'll try and make it as fair as possible. But like I said, the number of signups is based on your average signups in the last 3 months on your shift. So you should be able to achieve your numbers because those are the shifts you've been working for the last 4 or 5 months. That's all I have for you. Again, if you have questions, let me know. Thank you.